Hey everybody, Brian Boyle here, and welcome to episode 30 of The Mesh Tongue. And today I want to talk to you about, well, before I even get to that, hey, I appreciate all the questions, comments, all of the support, all the sharing that comes along with this. This is one of those things that we'll be doing every single day for the probably the next 18 months at least. We'll see where it goes. If it continues on after that, who knows? I don't have a crystal ball that I can just kind of look into the future and see where this is all going. But as long as you're getting value, continue to share, and certainly appreciate that. But today I want to talk to you about running groups and whether it's an online running group or a local running group that that may be supported by a local running store, or just maybe just an individual local running group, and why they're so important. So, like many of you, if you've started running later in life, and that could be in college or after college, had some sort of injury from another sport, maybe you were a tennis player or something like that, other racket sports, and you injured your shoulder and just doesn't feel the same, so you kind of wanted to get into something else and you took up running. Whatever the case may be. The downside of running later on in life is that, if you started off in middle school or high school, generally you started off on a team. You started off and having other people kind of there to push you, coach that was easily accessible to push you, somebody that was there to motivate you, whether they were an older runner that was faster than you, somebody on another team that was, that was kind of your arch rival, if you will. You always had that sense of somebody was there just to get you moving faster. Even if they were just running in front of you and you said, I got to beat this person, they've always beat me, I've got to beat them now. It's there. I remember going out on plenty of runs that I just didn't feel like going out on because I knew that somebody else was either counting on me or that I had to get in front of them because I didn't want them to take my spot in the team. So there were plenty of times that was motivation enough before the internet and other things. And so now if you don't have that, if you're starting off later in life, these running groups are really, really important because what they can do is they can provide you that same motivation. Now, there's a whole host of running groups online that you can find if you go on Facebook and just type in running or running group. Some are on the side of raunchy, some are on the side of way out there and just kind of talking about anything and everything. Some people, some of the other running groups are on the side of very supportive and very kind of I don't know if you want to say more of the side of the conservative sort of thing, where they're just kind of they're nice to each other. There's no joking and kind of the goofiness that goes on in some of these other running groups. So you got to find one that fits your style, your particular preference. But what they do is they can hold you accountable. So I see a lot of people posting. They'll post, hey, I ran my first 5K and I ran it completely. I didn't have to stop. And even if there's not any number of comments, which there usually are, which is fantastic. Okay, there's usually likes and hearts and love and all that other fun stuff, and that's the key. So a lot of people will come on these groups and they say, well, I don't know if anybody's really interested in what I have to say. You'd be surprised. Everybody's been there. Especially if you're in a running group, you've been there, you've done that. Okay. The supportive thing is really there. When somebody says, hey, I didn't get a chance to get my run in today, but I'm going to be there tomorrow. More often than not, people will say, hey, just keep going, being supportive. And then there's the other side of that, where somebody will come in and say, hey, get the run in, go, take 15 minutes, take 20 minutes, and maybe hold you accountable. And that's, again, the other side of that, saying, hey, you still got, half hour, you're not in bed yet, get out there, run. And those are the sorts of things that can actually propel you to do better. And again, that provide that accountability. And that's quite often what is the key to success, is having somebody that will hold you accountable. Somebody, whether it's a group or whether it's a team or something that says, hey, you said you were going to do this. now, I expect you to do this, whether it's virtual or online, especially if you're joining a running group and they say, hey, we're meeting at 5:30 in the morning, and you don't show up, and somebody else was expecting you to be there because you had said you were going to be there. They're going to hold you accountable. They're going to text you, call you, and say, hey, where are you? And then you're going to go, oh man, I just couldn't get out of bed. And they're going to say, I'm going to wait for you, get over here. Or they'll be mad at you, and so again, those sorts of things can really be a benefit to you and your training. So, do you have any favorite Facebook groups or any online groups that you're part of that you feel like others could share and benefit from? How about local groups that you're part of? Leave questions in the comments below, or leave your comments rather that hey, shout it out there. Who's out there? What kind of groups are you interested in, and do you see the most benefit from? And do they hold you accountable? Have you seen that where your own accountability is you hold somebody else accountable, or they hold you accountable? That kind of accountability partner. Talk to me about this, and I appreciate the support. Remember, don't go hurting yourself to come back and check this out. But please share this with your training partners and your family, and have a great rest of the day. We'll talk to you soon. Brian Boyle, Run Painless, and the Mesh Tongue, episode 30.